Take a look at this. Please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this video to all of your friends. Now, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and today we will deal with this One Piece game right here once again. So let's just quickly revise what we have done in the last episode, guys. So, we have somehow fixed those buttons right here, so now, well, oh yeah, so these frames appear from the right and move to the left side, as you can see. I mean, move to the left, but they're still at our right hand side. And we can select multiple stuff right here. So hairs, accessories, etc. And my plan for today is to, create the shirts tab right here. And a lot of you have been asking, well, boss, when are you going to, well, work on colors, etc. So regarding colors, I'm probably going to make a own episode for that, which just covers up the colors for all of these tabs right here, because creating colors is actually pretty easy. So you just need that one frame which contains the colors you want to be applicable, and you just need to do, well, some scripting, and then you can just easily copy and paste everything for each tab right here, and you just need to, well, edit some small things, but it is copy and paste. Well, around 80% is copy paste, and the rest is, well, maybe editing some variables, just to refer to some other assets, etc. So it's nothing much. Alright, but that's another topic. Now let's just move on with our shirts right here. Okay, so what we first of all need to do is copy one of those tabs right here and then call it shirt frame. Let me go inside of here. Yeah, so as I've just explained in the previous video, make sure that the name of your button is the first word of this frame's name. Okay, so shirt and shirt. The second word is frame. So the name consists of two words, as you can see, shirt and frame. All right, that's the first thing. Now we have the scrolling frame right here, which contains content of our accessories, but we will deal with that later. So we just need that shirt for the beginning, guys. Now to the next thing. So I'm going to create 3D clothing, so clothing which I create in Blender, and which are going to be inside of ROBLOX Studio right here. So we will use Blender another time. I will use Blender for the shirts and for the pants, and probably for the body, because I plan on creating races. So Fishman, Skypian, or, well, I don't know how to pronounce that, but you know what I'm talking about. So Mink, Fishman, and that, well, angel race, so the race with wings, etc. And these, of course, require assets as well. So the Fishman nose, or those Skypian wings, or, well, the bunny ears, well, for minks, etc. So these are things which require Blender as well, guys. And now, just to get this dummy, or just to have this dummy inside of Blender, duplicate it. Oh wait, never mind this one. Let's just go to plugins, then build rig, and then block rig. So I'm gonna do this with R15. So many of you have also been asking whether some of my stuff is applicable on R6, and well, it is, but you need to change some stuff, okay? And especially the stuff, or those parts of code which contain instances which are only or which come with R15 models, okay? So for example, upper torso, so you would need to change upper torso to torso. So R6 does not have two parts which form the torso. That's one example. Another example are the arms. So we have the left upper arm, lower arm, and the hand. The R6 model only has one arm, so only one part, which symbolizes, which represents the arm, guys. So that's the difference between R15 and R6. And of course, you need to take care of some parts of your code, especially those parts which I've just explained to you. So those who refer to R15 body parts need to be changed to R6 body parts. So that's on how you convert R15 into R6. Alright, so add this dummy right here. And now, well, we can get rid of those lags right here. So left lower lag, foot, I mean, yeah. Upper lag, lower lag. So let's just get rid of these things. And now we need to do something. So, well, we can also get rid of one of the arms, because, well, usually when you wear something, let's say you wear a long sleeve, okay, long sleeve shirt, then your left arm, or the shape of your left arm, well, in most cases is the same as your right arm. So you will not have a long sleeve shirt which has two different shapes on each arm, you know. So we can just use one arm to form the other arm. So one arm, you know, so one arm is used to create two arms, or the shirt for two arms. All right, so after you have deleted everything, tear everything apart. And that's important because we want to work as precisely as possible. And imagine that, well, let's say that you're not able to tear that apart, and then in Blender you're not able to see where, well, the border between those two parts is, and it can happen that your upper torso therefore overlaps a bit and, well, gets into this area which belongs to the lower torso. Or it happens that, or maybe the exact opposite, it happens that your lower torso is a little bit too big and, well, cuts into your upper torso. So these are issues which could happen if you do not do that. And now by separating them, you can clearly see the area, you know, so the area on which you can edit on, so you are able to see them clearly now. And that's the advantage of that, of doing that. Now to the arm, let's move them a little bit right here and here as well. Just move them apart, and look, especially here. So if you would have not moved them apart, you would maybe think that this whole thing consists of two parts, okay? Only two parts. I'm not even talking about meshes which have well, weird shapes as it is in this case. So as you can see, it still has this quarter of a circle, I don't know, so it still has this weird part on it, which is supposed to be some kind of connection. And if you would not move those apart, you could not even tell that your arm has some parts like that. So you would probably think that it just contains two parts, you know, and would model that way. And then when your player is about to move with your new clothes, it would look pretty weird because you still have this part and it would like stick out and would break the whole clothing. Therefore, keep those things apart, guys. Alright, so now let's export this thing. So select it, right click, export selection, export it to somewhere. And now, after you have exported it, you can just open up Blender. So let me do that. I'm using Blender 2.8. All right, now, so right here in Blender, you probably know what I'm going to do now. So if you have followed my previous videos, you know that I'm going to, well, enable this plugin right here, which allows you to follow my inputs, my keyboard and mouse inputs. So left mouse, right mouse, some keys, as you can see, and yeah. And I'm not going to explain anything, yeah, because I've already done that in my previous videos. And just a little hint for you, this is not going to be a Blender tutorial, so I'm not going to explain you the, well, the opportunities or every option you can just do with Blender, you know. So if you are not familiar with Blender, then I recommend you to become familiar first of all before you proceed with this video, guys, because it is highly recommended. Yeah, so if you want to develop a game, doesn't matter if One Piece or tower defense or anything else, and you need assets, okay, then it is recommended to, well, possess skills to, well, use Blender or anything, you know. So I can just highly recommend it to you. And no front, no hate, guys, just do that. Okay, so you can see my key inputs, guys. I'm not going to explain anything. All right, go to file, import. So I'm gonna explain that, but nothing else. Okay, import, and then wavefront obj. Wait, all right, there we go. So yeah, select your dummy you have just exported, and now your dummy has been imported, and you're probably not able to see it in the middle because it is right there. Now to place it at the center, press your spacebar and then type in set origin. Select the second option and set the geometry position to your origin's position, guys. And there we go. And now we are able to, well, freely create our shirts into this thing. All right, so I first of all would like to start by creating, well, I'm not sure if I should or whether I should create a plane or a cube, but I'm gonna create a plane at this point. So there we go. So we will now create some kind of cover or something which covers our upper torso right here. Wait, is that? Yeah, so that is the upper torso. So I'm creating something which covers it, and yeah. You may ask why, and you will get your answer to that question in the further progress of this video. So I'm just gonna do this thing first of all, and then I'm gonna show you the advantages of doing so. Because, well, creating this cover right away or right at the beginning is, in my opinion, better than just starting with building your clothes or your shirt from right at the beginning, because having some kind of cover allows you to, well, you can like form many shirts out of one cover, you know. So I could, for example, once this cover is done, could create a tank top, a long sleeve shirt, a t-shirt, whatsoever, you know. And when you start creating one shirt from right at the beginning without having any cover, you are able to create your shirt, okay, but what else? So only that shirt. So you're only able to stick to that shirt once you're finished, and then after you're finished, you either have to delete it or undo everything to right at the beginning and then just start over again with another shape this time. And having this cover just allows you to, well, you can just change its shape pretty easily and form many shirts out of that cover, guys. Okay, there we go. So now we have just created some kind of, yeah, cover for the top part right here. And just to make things more easier and more faster for us, we can just create a cut at this middle right here, then delete this whole part. Now we can go to this wrench symbol and add a mirror modifier. Enable clipping, select this part, and now, as you can see, the changes on this side are mirrored to this side. So we can now just select everything right here, extrude it all the way down, and save a lot of time, guys. We could even, well, yeah, so we can create another cut right here, then select all of these vertices, delete them, and even, yeah, mirror it this way, but we still need to, well, do some small changes. Okay, so select this thing again, select everything. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Now apply everything. Now we have this thing right here. Okay, so that's on how you create this cover. Now let's just quickly save this thing. Right. Now let me delete this whole side right here, then add a mirror modifier again, enable clipping, and now I'm gonna create a tank top out of this shape. Okay, this. We could even delete this side and then do this. Well, all right. Just gonna make those areas more round. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, there we go. So this is our tank top right here. Now apply the mirror modifier. Go to the solidify. Yeah, solidify modifier. And as you can see, it thickens the shape, which just consists of, or has consist of one face. And now it thickens it and adds multiple faces to it after it has been applied. So let me just apply it. And now as you can see, it actually consists of multiple faces, guys. And now hit shade smooth, add split, and as you can see, it looks pretty cool, I think. So that's our first shirt, guys. All right, so delete everything, go to export, OBJ. And there we go, our first tank top. Now undo everything. As you can see, if you try to undo everything till your last step, or to your previous step, then, well, it is not able to fully undo everything. Therefore, it was recommended to save your shape before working on the tank top. And now I can just easily, where is it? Open recent. And yeah, discard changes, and now there we go. our new cover, our previous cover right here. And now let's create a, yeah, let's create a t-shirt first of all. So I plan on creating a t-shirt and a long sleeve shirt, and we can save some time if we think closely. So the upper torso part of a t-shirt and a long sleeve shirt more or less are the same, because they only have this opening at the collar, so they have this collar right here, but apart from that they do not have anything else. And the only thing which makes a difference are the arms. So the sleeves are either short or long. Okay, so that's exactly what the name of those shirts describe. And therefore we can just create one upper torso part, and then we of course need to create multiple arm parts, but that's no problem to us, guys. So let's just first of all create this upper torso part right here. So I'm gonna remove this whole side again, add a mirror modifier, enable, no, or oh, I'm not sure. Well, let's just leave it enabled at the moment. Now place multiple cuts. Is it? Okay, it is not. Okay. Let's even delete this side. All right, there we go. Okay, there we go. So this is our long sleeve and t-shirt upper torso part. And here again, add this solidify modifier, which applies this thickness. Now hit shade smooth, apply this edge split modifier, and as you can see, this whole thing looks pretty smooth. Now export it again. Okay. Now, there's one thing I still would like to do before we, well, move on with the arms. And I have forgot about it. And that's the lower torso, guys. So, in this case, we just, well, we just create a cover for this lower torso and then just export that as a, well, lower torso part for all of our shirts. So that lower torso cover would fit for the tank top, but also for the long sleeve and for the t-shirt, guys. So there's nothing else we can do, or we should do, because, well, that's enough. All right, so I just yeah, went AFK and now I'm back. So yeah, so we left off with creating the cover for this lower torso right here. So it is exactly the same as it is with our upper torso, so nothing special. Alright, so that's it. Now make this thing smooth, add this modifier to it. Now just delete it. And there we go. So this is our lower torso part. Export this thing. Alright. So now to the last things we want to create. So the first thing is of course the long sleeve thing. So I'm gonna create a cover first for this upper arm, which is also the first part of our long sleeve, because that's the upper part. And after I have exported the cover, I can just easily shape it to a short sleeve, means t-shirt. So yeah, I'm just gonna create the cover now. Alright, there we go. So this is our cover for the upper arm. I'll make this thing smooth, add this modifier to it, and then you are free to export. Okay. So now I'm gonna turn this cover into a short sleeve. So I'm gonna delete everything down here. And then, yeah, just extrude this one. There we go. Okay. So this is our short sleeve. And now the last thing we want to create is the cover for this one, just to create the long sleeve. Okay, so that's the last thing. we go, guys. So this is our cover. Well, the bottom part is missing, but we won't need that because we just want to make a long sleeve out of this thing. So basically just doing the same as I've done with the short sleeve, but just in a different way. Okay, so there we go, guys. So finally we have managed to do that with the arm. Alright, so that's it with Blender, guys. Now let's get back to Studio and let's import everything we have just created, guys. So that will take a bit because, well, I've done many things. At the top, we're just gonna import everything. As you can see, our tank top right here. And as I've just said at the beginning, everything regarding colors, etc. will be done in future videos, guys. Well, probably after I have created this bodies tab right here. So after that, we will deal with, yeah, adjusting colors for our hair, accessories, shirts, etc. and pants, of course. Not forget them. Alright, so if this happens, then just click on this double-sided option right here, and then this happens. Right, so this is the cover. Just gonna duplicate it. Now to the, where is it? Yeah, there we go. The lower arm, guys. Now I'm gonna show you the format in which we will, store these things, so our script, well, understands how it is supposed to work with them. So for that purposes, go inside of server-script service, create a folder, and call this one shirt. Now create 3 folders inside. And let's name the first one tank top. And I forgot to add the lower torso thing. Come on, lower torso, there we go. Alright, there we go. So name this thing tank top, and now name this thing upper torso. So look, you need to make sure that the names of your shirt components, as this tank top and this lower torso thing, are equal to the, well, body parts to which they are going to be attached on. So let's say that you have this upper arm cover, okay? So you are not going to attach this one to the player's torso or something. It is supposed to be attached to the player's upper arm. Therefore, you would need to call this one either right upper arm or left upper arm. Depends on, yeah, depends on which arm should be affected. But in this case, of course, both, and therefore we will duplicate this one and give the right and left as the names. So just to clarify, you know, so we are going to attach this one to the upper torso, therefore call this one upper torso. We are going to attach this one to the lower torso, therefore lower torso. And now just move them inside of this folder. Make sure they are not anchored. Make sure can collide is false. Now to the rest. So this is our tank top. Now to the t-shirt. So this is our upper torso. I'm gonna duplicate this one and call it upper torso. And these ones are our sleeves. So this is our right arm and this is our left arm. And we are of course going to place them on upper arm height. Means they're going to be attached on each left and right upper arm. So call them right upper arm and left upper arm. There we go. Cut these out and place them inside of this folder. Alright, also make sure that anchor is false and, well, can collide is optional, but I recommend doing so. Now the third thing is long sleeve. And same thing here again. Wait, I just forgot to place this lower torso inside of here. Let me just do that. Yeah, so this is our upper torso again. And the rest is, well, right or left arm. It actually does not matter which part you call right or left, because all of the parts are same. So all of the arm body parts are the same, and all of our clothing body parts are all of our clothing parts are the same as well. If you had the case that, I don't know, maybe you have a band on your or on one of your arms, or another little tiny detail on only one of those arms, then you would need to pay close attention to which arm you or to the names of your arms, you know. So let's say that you have a tiny patch on your left arm, then you're not able to call that right arm because the patch would not be visible. So you should take care of that, but that's actually the only thing you need to take care of, I think, regarding this topic. Right upper arm. I'm just randomly assigning names. I just called this thing upper arm, but it's the lower arm. I'm gonna turn this thing to green. Also make sure that can collide is false. And there we go. Alright guys, so now to the, well, first of all, to the representation. So copy each folder inside of the workspace so that you're able to, well, move all of these parts together, because we will now need to move them together in order to set up their looks inside of, or yeah, regarding that frame, that shirt frame, which is supposed to represent the shirts we are clicking. So make sure that you do that, otherwise, well, your shirts could look awful with no sufficient representation, guys. Oh, yeah, wrong thing right here. I think that, where is it? Wait. No. Okay. Pretty weird. Oh, okay, so I have just imported the wrong model, so this is the correct model. Our short sleeve mesh right here. Okay, so the t-shirt is done, the tank top is done, and now to the long sleeved shirt, guys. Alright, so there we go. Now let's open up this GUIs tab right here. Let's go inside of shirt frame. And, well, now to the difficulty, guys. So we need to create 3 more parts called handle, so let's call them handle. Let's call this thing handle, and make sure that it is invisible, and make it anchor, disable collision. And now let's copy this handle, and, well, not the tank top but the t-shirt. Let's copy them inside of, well, let me place this bandana with t-shirt. I'm gonna put them inside of here, and I just want to see if that works. So my plan was that, well, this GUI focuses its camera on the handle part, on the part which we have just called handle. And as you just saw, we have moved that part inside of the center, or in the center of this t-shirt, making the camera indirectly focus on the t-shirt as well. Okay, where's the Where's the frame? Come on. Roblox once again doing weird stuff. Very nice. Why isn't moving? Oh, I know why. Wait. Yes, so it does work. We just need to change one thing. Wait. Wait, why is it? Okay, alright, never mind. So I'm gonna change this one to 4. And what was the other thing? Yeah, so sort of this script right here. Well, I don't know. Well, actually, I do know why I have done it this way. Because, well, this frame, yeah, or this, well, system allows frames of different shapes to be, well, to get visible according to how the creator wants it to, and the creator just puts his will or his wish regarding the visibility or the positioning, in this case, of the frame inside of this table. So the reason why all of these values or all of these positioning udem2 whatsoever values are the same is because our frames have the same shape currently, but that could possibly change when we add color selection. But yeah, so this is our shirt or t-shirt, as you can see. Now let's do the same thing with the other clothes. So tank top, and long sleeve. Okay, so let's hope that the scrolling frame, okay, it looks quite okay. So it does represent the clothing, and that's fine, guys. So now let's move on with, yeah, making a click on each of these buttons, equip the cloth, or the shirts, I mean the clothes, yeah. So there we go. So change accessories, let's call this one change shirt. And now let's go inside of this server script right here, change shirt, and this is the last thing we are going to do in this video. So we are now going to make this shirt attached to the player. So how does that work, guys? That's actually pretty easy. So first of all, we want to check if the dummy first of all has a shirt already equipped, because when that's the case, then we want to delete the shirt in the first place before adding another shirt to it. If we would not do that, then we would allow multiple shirts to be attached to a dummy, and that would manipulate or irritate the user regarding the shirts they'll see. So dummy, so we are obviously going to look for a shirt. So how do we do that? I mean, all of these shirts have different names, and we cannot check for, well, we could, but imagine that, or for example, imagine that we would have over 20 shirts, and we could not possibly check for 20 names. Also, there are methods to do that, but I don't think that it is quite, well, it is not that great, to be honest. So there are other methods, other quick ones. So I'm just going to present one. So we are going to check for something called shirt, okay? And for the beginning, you might be irritated because none of those shirts are called shirts. And that's true. Well, they are not called shirt until they are cloned. So they have their names, but they haven't been cloned yet. So my plan is to, when it comes to cloning them and attaching them to the player, then I also would like to change their names to shirt. So I'm obviously going to store them inside of a folder, which is going to be inside of the dummy, and we are going to look for that folder, and I'm going to rename that folder to shirt. So that's the plan, guys. And yeah, so we first of all, after deleting already existing clothing or already existent clothing, we want to check whether the shirt we are receiving through this Fire server, where is it? Yeah, there we go. So we want to check if that thing does exist inside of this folder. So we want to refer to the folder first of all, script parent shirt, and then find first child. So we are looking for a child or for a component, for a content, for an element called value. And value is this thing, and this thing is the name of the button, and the name of the button represents the shirt, and that's the point. So if it is inside of this folder, then we want to clone it, and then we want to loop through that folder. It means we want to gain access to every component inside, which represents a body part at the end, and we do that by doing this or setting up this for IB and pairs loop. And we want to loop through that folder, means X, so X is our clone folder, X get children, so we are receiving every element. So Roblox calls them children, but I think that it is quite irritating for a beginner. So Roblox gets every element and gives them out by doing this get children, and we are basically looping through. So we are going through every element and doing what we want to do with them. In this case, of course, attaching them to their body parts, giving them the correct size, etc. guys. So that's what we want to do. So we are looping through now, and we now want to create a veld instance new veld inside of X. So no, not X, but V. So V is the instance we are currently at, because we are going through many instances, and I is, well, I have already explained it in my previous videos, but I is Well, I'd say this spot. So this is the first spot, this is the second spot, therefore I is 1, is 2, is 3, is 4, etc. So you have to imagine that get children is like some kind of table which contains every element, and there are different entries which represent all of these elements, you know, and every entry can be declared as, yeah, the first entry, the second entry, etc. And that's what I does. So I is the index, and that's what the index does. So we have just created a new instance, which is a weld. So this one will weld the shirt element to our body part according to their name right here. So we are storing the weld inside of our shirt element, and our part 0 is the part to which we will attach something onto. And in this case, this is going to be the dummy's body part. So, dummy. And now we need to get the body part to which we want to attach our current element onto. So let's say that we are currently at this left upper arm. So what obviously, or what is going to be the body part we want to attach this left upper arm shirt element onto? So what could be the body part? Of course, the name of the element itself, left upper arm. So as I've just explained earlier. So we want to refer to the element's name in order to find the body part inside of the dummy we want to attach the element onto. So dummy, so we have already referred to the dummy, and now we need to refer to the element's name. So the name. And part 1 is the part which is going to be attached to something, which is of course our element. So v. And that's it. So that will attach everything to the body parts, but there are still some exceptions you need to make. So for example, when it comes to the t-shirt, or just let me show what I'm talking about. So the t-shirt requires an exception, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so it does not work. Pretty cool. Oh, because it contains 2 dummies. Oh my god, come on. Wait, it's named shirt, so we are setting the folder's name to shirt at this point, but I still wanted to show you the exception you need to make. So shirt, come on. Yeah, pretty cool. Change shirts. What's the issue? Like, for real. What is the issue? If script current shirt first child value. Why isn't this working? There is literally no reason. There is no reason for this to not work. Come on. my god, oh my god, oh my god. Guys, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. We forgot to parent this whole thing to the dummy. So we have forgot to do that. So we have forgot to move the cloned folder inside of the dummy. And that's the reason why it did not work. Oh, guys, really. There we go. And that's the exception I was talking about. And this as well. So they do not cover up the whole arm, and therefore they need to be moved a little. And that's what we are going to do. So we are going to handle exceptions inside of here. So if x_name equals t-shirt and string sub, and then v_name. Now I need to think 0 and no. Oh well. Yeah, so v_name -8 and v_name. So I'm gonna explain this in a bit. Well, that's actually pretty complicated. Let's just do the following. So if x_name is t-shirt and v_name is not the upper torso, then it can only be the upper arms. So I formally wanted to check for the upper arms by splitting up the name into, well, right, left, and upper arm, then just checking if the component called upper arm exists. But instead of doing it in that complicated way, we could have just checked if the element is not the upper torso. And in this case, well, we cannot do that because we have the lower torso, and everything which is not the upper torso are these three things, and I totally forgot about the lower torso. So we still need to check for everything this way. Okay, x_name x, yeah, then v c_frame, there we go. Yeah, and then we are adjusting a c_frame, so we are just moving everything, or these upper arms, a little bit up. It probably did not even pass this check right here. Passed, yeah. Okay. Okay, so set this down to 7. So what we are basically doing is, what string sub does is, it first of all requires the string, which is a text and which is our element's name, and then the beginning and the ending. And everything in between the beginning and the ending is like going to be cut out, okay? And we are basically checking if the cut out thing at these spots equals the upper arm. So if everything after the 7th character of the name till the end is the upper arm, which is the case when it comes to these two. Yeah, so we're just basically checking if the element is a upper arm by checking for the name. As you can see, past did work. Now I just need to adjust everything correctly, so let's do that. Wait. Oh my god, come on. So I forgot to update the upper arms. Sorry for that. Okay. Alright. So there we go. Now the next thing is, of course, the long sleeve. So okay, so we can even keep it this way because the amount of characters is still the same. We just need to change upper from upper to lower. There we go. My god, it is not rotated correctly. Let's just quickly do that. C-frame, angles, left, right, 180, 180 degrees, guys. And there we go. All right, so that's it. So I've just added shirts. Next video is going to be about the pants. And yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it with this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it, that I was able to help you guys, and sorry if I sound a little bit weird. I'm pretty tired, but it's okay, guys. So, leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, guys, and thank you for your support. Take care, and see you in the next video.